What's up guys, this is Teddy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about a real estate cold calling script that works universally. And I'm talking about everything from FSBOs to expireds to absentee owners. Now, if you are looking for an actual physical copy of the script, it's going to be down in my blog below. And while you're down there, if you could just make sure to hit that like button, that would be awesome. So if you are somebody that loves to cold call, I think that's weird. I believe that cold calling is something that nobody really likes to do, but it's very lucrative, and if you're new to real estate, it will help you establish a clientele base. In this particular real estate script, I know works because last week I sold a house from a person that I met on the phone. I never met this person in real life. Everything from the actual meeting him to the closing was handled electronically, and I never met this person physically. First thing that you need to do before you cold call somebody is you have to research that person, or you have to research the property, and you want to look at everything from the name of the person, address, what the property looks like on the outside, because you want to make sure that it's not junk or something that's not sellable, and you also want to make sure you take a look at the mortgage and the title of the property. All of these things can be found on Realist. If you live somewhere where Realist is not common, there's probably another software, or you could just look at it in his tax record. So the next thing that you want to do is you actually want to call. As soon as somebody picks up the phone and says, hey, you immediately want to say that person's name. And you want to do this because if the person is not the owner of the property, you probably don't want to talk to them. It sets a tone of personal, or it has an air of personalness to it. If you just answer the phone and say, is this the owner of 123 Main Street? That person is probably not going to want to do business with you because it kind of comes off as really cheesy and kind of really telephone salesman-y, or whatever you want to call it. Make sure that you say the person's name quickly, and the next thing that you want to do is introduce yourself. You want to introduce yourself very quickly. Say, hi, this is Teddy Smith with Coldwell Banker. The bad thing about this is if you work for a company that's a lot lesser known, that's going to hinder you a lot, because if somebody hears Century 21, Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, they're going to instantly know who you are, and once again, there's familiarity there. If you work for XYZ Realty, NYC, people are less likely to want to do business with you. Okay, so after you've introduced yourself, the next thing is you want to get to the point. Why are you calling? Saw your property on 123 Main Street, and then say one characteristic about the property that only somebody would know if they looked at those specific details that I had you look at beforehand. As blue shutters, if you notice it had blue shutters on Google Maps, say, I was just wondering, I saw your property with the blue shutters on 123 Main Street. I was wondering if you had any interest in selling it. Or you could just say what it's near. Say, I saw your property near Pizza Hut. I was wondering if you had any interest in selling it. One characteristic of the property that somebody who did research on the property knows, because once again, it shows that you know what you're talking about, you know this person specifically, and you're here for a very specific reason. After you've asked the question, have you ever considered selling the property? This is what I call where the fork in the road is going to start. Either this person is going to say no, or this person is going to say yes. If they say no, then just say thank you for your time and just get off the phone. If they say yes, and you will be actually surprised at how many people say yes, that they want to sell their property. Now, there's many different types of yeses, and you want to decipher how strong of a yes this is. People who want to sell couple years down the road, and then there are people who literally want to list right now, and usually in the middle is about people are about a year out from selling. The key here is you want to get the story of the property, and once again you want to refer back to what you researched before you called the person. So you would say something along the lines of, I saw that you've owned this property for a very long time. what's the story behind this property? And more than likely, people are going to tell you, like I said, if you've passed the acid test of not being a shady salesman, you know about the property, you kind of already know what's going on, you present yourself in a friendly manner, people are going to just tell you what's going on with the property, and this is going to kind of help you develop rapport. So keep asking questions and use your information that you gathered beforehand to ask more questions. So after they've talked a little bit about the history of the property, say something along the lines of, notice you've had a mortgage on this property for quite a while now. What's the deal with that? They will continue talking, and once again, keep developing rapport. And this is ultimately going to lead to the main question, and this is what's on every seller's mind: how much can I get for the property? And you never want to straight out tell somebody, because you could get yourself into hot water. You want to do your research first. So basically, tell the seller, say, you know what, that's a really good question. I don't really feel comfortable saying a number off the top of my head like that. I tell you what, let me get some comps and I will email you the comparable data. If the person is really interested in their house, they're going to be more than willing to give you their email, and that's when you've pretty much got a perfect seller lead. And what you want to do is immediately after you get off the phone, you go to the comps and you email the comps to that person, and congratulations, you've just secured a potential deal. You don't know that things may change in the future, but once again, you've procured a seller lead. And not only that, but you've established great amounts of rapport and you've developed some trust with the seller. This is literally how I've gotten all my listings. And the key here is, when somebody's very far out, if somebody's a year out, you want to stay in touch with this person. You want to mail them, send them an email every once in a while. Don't go overboard and beat them to death with constant phone calls. Just every month or so, send them a letter, send them a phone call, and just follow up with them. And eventually they're going to list, and if you followed up enough, they're going to list with you. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and as always, thank you for watching.